Greetings and welcome to another Let's Play. Welcome to Warlock, Master of the Arcane. Yeah, I was always... well, always... I was not sure I would ever actually get to play this, or Let's Play this game, because I'm not really sure how to Let's Play games that don't have an actual campaign or story mode. Because this is one of those games where you can sort of make your own story in a way. Warlock Master of the Arcane is sort of like a 4X light game, borrowing elements from other hex-based Conquer the World games like Civilization 5, for instance, although I think Warlock came out before Civ 5. Don't quote me on that though. Still, that's not the reason why I bought this game. I bought it because it's set in the Ardania universe. Now, while I would have hoped for a Majesty 3 game, I don't think I really know what I would want in a Majesty 3 game at this point. But I'm always glad to be going back to the world of Ardania if the game is any good, and, well, this game is actually quite good. Do wish it had come with a little bit more story than it actually does. I've gathered from little drips and drabs of story that are hidden in this game that this is set sometime after the events of Majesty 2, where the great king of Ardania had decided to, after he restored peace to the land, to venture beyond into a portal of the unknown with a contingent of his loyal followers, and apparently didn't really leave anyone in charge back home. And our king has been gone for several years, and there's essentially power vacuum, which of course leads everyone to start fighting amongst themselves, and the most powerful amongst them to seek the throne, actually, of Ardania, to become the supreme ruler. And in this case, that would be the great mages of Ardania. So let's actually start getting into the game a bit. Now, as this is pretty much the map of Ardania is randomly generated for the most part. You can change how it looks a little bit. But this is essentially why I set the difficulty. I'll be playing challenging. I could probably beat impossible, but that would just take too darn long. Now, if there is a story mode to this game, it'd be the Armageddon game mode, which really only has one victory condition, which is to defeat the Tremors. I'll not be playing that. It's a fine game mode, and I've only recently actually managed to be able to beat it because, well, it's tough for reasons that are a little bit too smart. I might get a little bit too salty about. But it pretty much would not allow me to show this game in the glory that I would like it to do. So I'll stick to a standard sandbox game, where we have these 4 victory conditions. Either defeat all the other great mages, defeat an avatar, which you essentially do by maxing out your reputation with one god, so you piss off the exact opposite one. Cast the unity spell, which you can only do once you have researched every other spell in the game. Then you research the unity spell and cast it, which takes a long time. That's my least favorite win-win condition, because it takes so damn long and it is so gamey as fuck. Or capturing more than 50% of all the holy grounds, which can be easy or difficult depending on what settings you choose for the world. Now, I'll be playing on a... well, let's play on a large one. Just for that, I'll make the map cylindrical, so we'll be able to circumnavigate. I'll stick with the 3 additional worlds. Now, On the map there will be portals to the other worlds, which will be, well, basically either something like a desert world or a volcano world or something like that. And these are important because some of the most rare resources can only be found on those worlds. And well, typically if you have, for instance, for the capture all the holy grounds victory, if the more additional worlds you have, the more chance you have of those holy sites only being on the additional worlds, which is silly, but fair enough. We'll go with that. And well, I need to decide on how many mages. Well, 4 rival mages will do. Also, by the way, if you are interested in playing this game and going for the Armageddon mode, I do recommend you actually set the difficulty to challenging or impossible, because that's really the only way you can ensure that your rival mages will actually will put up a fight against the Tremors, because the Tremors are incredibly tough, and even on challenging, the Tremors can easily overwhelm your opponents. Anyway, let's get to the characters you can use as your leader. Now, there's a lot of fantastic characters among here, like Meralbus the Hat, for instance, head of the Mages Guild. He commands humans as a race, which is fine. And I could pick from amongst them. They all have bonuses of some sort, spells they start with. And some of them have very interesting biographies, like for instance King Lich V, which actually doesn't make him the 5th Lich King, but the 5th time that the Lich King was resurrected. He commands the undead. Logical. Or Jacques. Anyway, but this one is my favorite. Sol the Torvega, son of Basilio the Torvega. I'm hoping that this lore is actually more or less correct already. But the idea of a sun-worshipping werewolf just tickles my funny bone somewhere in the back of my head. I kinda like it. Now, he commands the Beastman race, which again makes sense. He's in color, he produces more food, which, sure, why not? As the favor of Helia, also good, and logical, because he's a high priest of Helia. And he starts with lesser heal. And the rest of the characters are not all that special. To me, at least. I mean, I've pretty much played with all the races and most of the characters. But I'll be going with Sol the Torvega for this one, so let's start. And not waste any more time. Now, I will be making these episodes 30 minutes long, because these games tend to take a while. And in 20 minutes I just will not be able to get enough done. Right, so we're starting somewhere, I'm gonna guess in the center of the map. We got some archers and some ratman robbers to start with. Not much, but it's a start. I'm, like I said, commanding the Beastman. The Beastman's strength in this game is that they can produce food better than any other race. Not hugely more, but definitely more than any others, because they just have more buildings that can secure food for them. Humans, for instance, are better at producing money, and the undead are better at producing mana, which is kinda useful because a lot of their units require mana to sustain themselves, rather than food. There's also the Arathi Elves faction, which is sorta average along the way, but they are slightly better at producing research points over here. Right. Well, I need to get myself situated, so I need to know what's going on around me. Donkeys. That's nice. Looks like I'm... Darn it. I don't know why this game thinks I like this, but it keeps putting me near the South Pole of this map. Now, I have no idea who my other rivals are until I meet them. We do have this god grid actually, so as you can see we have some sympathy with Helia, which instantly makes us enemies with Lunord. And we are also somewhat friends with Kron and Dauros. This does not immediately affect what we do, because, well, we're not quite ready for any holy stuff yet. I do need to start going into the research. So what do I need? Well, I don't need anything particularly, but I'll start with the lesser fireball, since that's always useful to have. And now I need to decide what to build. Well, my capital always makes 5 of each. And more, depending on what buildings I have. Now, I have a Goblins Guild. And I'll probably want to increase that. So I'll put down a smithy. This will also give me some armor. Alright, this looks like it's just mountains over that way. Might have to do some terraforming later on. And that's pretty much the end of my turn. I don't really have any spells I can cast. At least I don't have any mana for them. But I start with Sunstroke and Lesser Heal. Right, let's end the turn. And these first few turns will go relatively quickly. Now there's these random neutral mobs that I need to take out, these wild red men. Not really dangerous. My red men are a little bit stronger. Yeah.
To battle!
Well, strong enough to force the enemy from their position at least.
You point, we shoot!
And I still have to wait until the smithy finishes building. Now, the terrain also has certain benefits, like these plains have extra food production. Snow for some reason increases gold production. And if you find any deserts, that will increase the mana production. Now I'm basically looking for some holy sites, or some of these special sites that I can use to build improvements that will benefit my army overall. Let's get a couple of spearmen and some more archers. Yeah, that wasn't very smart of you. Right. So now we can produce some settlers. Let's produce some settlers. Because I'll need to build some more cities. And collect all these lost caravans. Yeah, wild serpents. I did not like these in Majesty 2. I do not like them here. There's not much I can do about it. Let's go one step back. Don't have enough for a spell. Moving on.
The new spell research is complete.
The advisor came back to narrate. For some reason he didn't go with the king. I do like that he's here. He gives the game a nice flavor. I could go for another one of Helia's spells. Don't need to though. I think I'll get range resistance. Those spells are much more useful than they seem. Right. Right, I don't have enough food to feed my army, which is good for me because if I have starvation, I don't get as much growth as I need. So I think I'll build a fishing village.
We are here!
And let's move these spearmen out to assist our other troops. Alright, Redman, you can rest.
Release! Aim!
Alright,
Ready to shoot something?
now, since I've finished building the smithy, I can now equip my troops with fine armor, which is fine because I have the money for it, and these serpents will probably attack. There's a couple of things that my troops, the perks my troops get as they level up. For instance, beastmen units are, I wouldn't say tougher per se. They have perhaps slightly more hit points than any other units. It's difficult to quantify. They survive longer, but then you can field more units because you usually have more food than anyone else. Although it does behoove me to...
You have received a new request, my lord.
To actually get a couple of cities with other races in them to take advantage of their benefits. Like for instance, I could really use a human city on this over here to take advantage of this gold mine and of these donkeys. Because well, pretty much every race can build a gold mine, but the humans, you can... well, actually I can do that too, I think. And on donkeys you can build a trading post, which also produces money, which in combination with other human buildings actually gives me extra money. Right, they want me to build a city, that is fine, I've got 20 turns to do that. I can also see that there's a city over here in the shadows. From the color of the border I'd say that's a neutral city. But I'd need to be able to get there first.
Loot, 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 loot.
You can heal up for a bit
We are
more.
here.
Now I'm gonna save my money until I need it. Something that's a little bit more important. I'll probably need to build a harbor next because I kinda want that shipwreck. And I need my units to be able to travel over water, since I don't have the spell to do that. Alright, let's have you check over there.
Archers!
Right. Every time I loot a place, there's a chance I might actually find something a little bit more interesting than just gold or mana. Heal up fully.
We are
Nothing
here.
that turn. Another lost caravan. No, you're going up there, and the rat man can go
Time
scout
to
down here.
move. Spears ready.
And you can wait here. Let's get another settler. In this game there's no limit to how many cities you can build, which is kinda good, kinda bad. It makes the end game a little bit too easy. In all honesty.
Archers!
Not so easy that you'll always win.
Ready to shoot
But
something.
spamming settlers at the start is usually a good enough strategy.
You point, we shoot.
Alright, let's take care of
Destroy
these rogues.
Spear.
And make sure
Oh, you
that
know we spears, yes?
we can actually kill them. Alright.
Attention.
Now ideally I'll want to go over to some slightly more fertile land. Looks like there's plenty of that here. Even some pumpkins, which would be definitely good for me. But then again, now I also want the halberd hole over there.
Ready to pillage.
Well, there's plenty of decent resources down here, but this does not make for a very good area to settle. Yeah, monster-eating spiders. Always so dangerous.
You have received a new request, my lord.
Right, so my unit has leveled up. Let's pick a perk. I want stronger attacks.
Aim.
No, I need to build a harbor, which is good, because that's what I intended to do anyway. There's more rogues over there. And I have mana. This spider has 21 hit points. Yeah, let's unleash a sunstroke. Now I can't cast spells infinitely even if I have mana, because there's a certain amount of casting time you can do per turn. You can improve this later with the right spell technology, but at the moment I don't have that. Alright, you just wait.
A new spell has been researched.
Alright, let's get another bunch of spearmen and I'll want... what do I want? Get the Blessing of the Sun. It's definitely a good spell.
Archers in the world!
Got a new spell. And you can double back. Right, looks like the spiders are just resting here. I have 11 hit points. Yeah, let's finish them off. You stay here, because I want you to hop this. And let's keep moving. Ooh, spiders, dangerous beast has spawned all over the map, although nowhere in my sight, so hopefully that will not come to hurt me at some point. And we can build a building. Let's build a harbor. Here.
Loot, 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 loot! Yes?
Alright, the first settler, we want you to go here.
Sproing!
Hey, no sneaking up on me, rangers.
Woo! Time to move!
Yeah, I do need to do something about this free rogues guild. Because it will start spawning units, as well as just having a unit over them. Basically the idea is if there is a unit on this spot already and it spawns another one due to an inbuilt timer, that unit will start roaming around looking for things to attack.
Charge!
Which is a good way of training your units, but also a little bit annoying if you don't expect it. Right. Luckily, with just 2 of those left, they wouldn't do all that much damage. And the rats have leveled up. I think I'll give them Furious Charge, just to give them a little bit more damage, but... Alright, so let's get the spider nest and... I really want a city over here. That's some good resources. Donkeys. On barren plains, unfortunately. Pumpkins. 2 gold mines.
It's ready!
I have to claim that as soon as
You
possible.
point, we shoot!
Now, the red men are in the forest, so they will have a defense bonus, but it's better to not have them face off against that as at the moment. Alright, well, I want the Halberd Hall for the buff. Yay! Finished the quest. Can I build a carav? Alright, I'll build a carav. I usually don't bother much with the naval units because they're not all that useful.
Best archers in the
Silver.
world!
Can I build anything with silver? I can show all the buildings, but doesn't look like there's anything here with silver. Nah. I need a human village for that. But I can always build a silver mine if I need more gold. And well, I'll always need more gold. Alright, you start resting up. Actually, I'll give you some armor. And you move over there. Ouch. Now, whenever a unit is forced onto a boat, they essentially become a transport vessel, which is not all that strong.
Sproing!
A little bit annoying. Let's see, these have a sight range of 2. This one has a sight range of 3. I'll heal this, guys. Basically, these things will always attack something within sight range, so... yeah, there's no real getting away from that at this point. Alright. City has been built.
A
Yay!
new city has been founded, my lord.
And it'll grow pretty quickly as well. And the bigger a city gets, the longer it'll take for it to tick over to the next level of city. Unlucky. Right. Get off the boats.
You point, we shoot.
And you have 4 points of movement, so... I'll get rid of you.
Here.
Alright, let's get some spears back over there, so that they can assist. Alright, now my unit has been affected by the rat's plague, which makes them a little bit less powerful. I could dispel that if I had to dispel spell, but I don't. Not yet, at the very least.
We are here.
Alright.
What now?
You're still going on. Another city.
A new spell has been
Well,
researched,
luckily
my
these
lord.
went into the low ground here on the plains, which is definitely good for me, because that will mean they have less defense. I think I really should do that. Takes 2 turns to cast. Ooh, melee resistance, definitely. I could move up here, and I will.
Robbers.
Move back into the woods. Only Justice Rogues Guild. Good.
To shoot something.
Another Halberd Hall. What city is this? I can't see, but it's a big one, so that's gonna be a little bit difficult to overcome. Luckily they're getting harassed by those rats. Or bugs, I couldn't quite tell. Yeah, cockroaches. Alright, since these are just spearmen, I'm gonna give them a little bit more melee resistance and get them to
Ready
heal up.
to shoot something.
Alright, casting on the capital, which will now increase the food production by a great deal, giving me a little bit more leeway in what I do with my troops, in that I can build way more of them. So let's build more.
Charge!
Alright. Ah, darn. Alright, moving on. That's not a very good idea. Attacking onto a hill.
You
Right.
point, we shoot.
You're gonna learn a little bit faster and kill
Release.
those
Aim.
rogues. Take the guild, and I got the fireball spell. Yay! Ooh. Minotaur caves. Those would be quite useful. But I'm gonna be checking over here first, because there's another city over here in the shadows, or the undiscovered area, and this one also has not been claimed yet. Right, well that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.